The film starts with a family where a girl named Macy lived with her mom and dad. Today was her dad's birthday, for whom Macy had made a cake. They take the cake and go to their dad to wish him a happy birthday. We learn that her dad is paralyzed, because of which neither can he walk nor can he speak, so all the time she just stays in the wheelchair. After which, both the mother and daughters start celebrating their birthdays. And here, our mom also gives a gift to her husband, which was a strange gift, because on opening it, some weapons and knives come out, which was made by Macy's mom, Rose. Surprised that her handle was made of a bone, Macy's dad also noticed. She started looking at him very carefully. But what to do? She could not say anything. Now Macy's mom, Rose, gives an injection to her husband, after which she started feeding him cake. That's when she started knocking on his door. She was surprised. Who could it be at this time? Then Macy and Rose started going towards the door. But then this knock became fast. It seemed as if someone was knocking on the door, because of which she was very scared. When the door closed, she started getting help from outside. Rose checks through the hole. There was a boy standing there, who was still calling for help. That boy was saying that my brother was very injured, so please help us. At first, Rose felt strange. That's why she refused to help. But that boy was saying again and again. He came down on prayers. That's why Rose agreed and brought them both inside the house. That boy brought his injured brother inside the house. He had a rod in his stomach. Both of them were very scared. That boy was saying that we were coming from a long distance, but because of the darkness on the way, we had an accident. And I don't know how this rod got inside my brother. I am a younger brother, and my injured brother is an elder. His name is Jack. Now in this state of Jack, Rose decides to help him immediately. With the help of her brother, she puts Jack in a place. First, she takes out his rod. Then she puts a leg on his wound. Rose was not a nurse, but still she put his leg so cleanly. Looking at him, it seemed as if she had been doing this for years. After a while, Rose gave food to Jack's brother and started talking to him. She asks some questions. Where are you coming from, and where were you going? And for what purpose? The answer he gives is yes, but after a lot of waiting, Rose understands that he is lying to her. But she talks to him further. Jack comes here. She came to her senses, and now he was feeling much better. He says to Rose, "Thank you very much. You saved my life by treating me at the right time." Rose had to say that there was no problem. You were very injured. You did not see him. So she told Jack that your brother does not know what to say. I asked him this question, so he did a lot of attacking. He was saying stop and stop. On which Jack says that what he has done is very innocent and simple. His mind is still childish. That's why he is like this. And I also treat him in such a way that he is a small child. Now, after eating food, both brothers go to rest. And from their talks, we realized that they were actually thieves. They were stealing money and running away when they had an accident. Their car got stuck there, so they could have been caught. That's why they left the car there and came out. So their bag full of money was left in the car, which they will have to bring as soon as possible. Now Jack wanted me to go near the car and get that bag. The place where the accident happened was quite far. And now they wanted Rose's car. That's why both brothers made a plan. According to the plan, Jack's brother got out of control. Till now, Jack is taking care of him. Rose asks, "What is the matter? Why are you doing this?" Jack replies that his favorite copy is left in the car. He is insisting to bring it, so I am thinking that he should take the copy. Till here he should calm down. I will have to take your car and go to my car. Now, here Rose explains to her brother, "Son, don't be so stubborn. You want a copy, right? You will get it. Have some patience." On which her brother calmed down a bit. But then Rose does not know what happened. She says that I can't bear to see her like this. So she gives him the copy. After saying this, Rose and Jack took the car and went to the place of the accident. But before going, Rose says to Missy, "Son, you are alone at home, okay? So don't talk much to Jack's brother." On which Missy agreed. She says, "Uncle, you don't worry at all. I will take care of everything." After which they both left. When they were on the way, they started talking about their families. Here Rose, being sad, tells that I also had a son. But he had a very bad accident with a car, because of which he died. My son was very dear to me, whom I still remember a lot. At home, we see Missy, who had a lot of desire to talk to Jack's brother, because today, she was going to talk to someone else for the first time. Actually, Rose raised her in a very strong environment from the beginning. She never let Missy talk to anyone. This is the reason that, until today, she only talked to her mom, Rose. So seeing her, Missy wanted to talk to him. After thinking a lot, she finally goes to Jack's brother and starts talking to him. There Jack and Rose reach the place of the accident. As soon as they arrived, Jack takes the money bag first and quietly went back to Rose's car. But in the meantime, we see someone's dead body in the car. Jack knew about it. That's why he was coming back and trying to hide the dead body. But Rose had seen this thing. So when they both came in the car and sat, Rose asked about it. "Whose dead body is it? Did you kill someone? What is all this?" On which Jack got angry. He immediately pulls out the gun and taunts Rose, telling her to sit quietly. Don't ask too many questions and make me angry. And because she was driving the car. So on gunfight, Jack tells her to take the public telephone in front. So she does the same. On coming there, Jack calls his boss. Boss asks about the money bag and his son. So here we understand that the dead body in the car was actually the boss's son. But he was dead. And here Jack lies to the boss that your son is with us, absolutely safe, and you come to take the money back. At home, Macy and Jack's brother were listening to the radio. Then a news is heard, in which it was told that 2 brothers have stolen and escaped, and these 2 brothers were none other than Jack and his brother. That's why he breaks the radio in anger and says that there is nothing like that. And then Jack and Rose came back here, but Rose doesn't tell anything here because Jack had told her to keep her mouth shut. Now, police officer came here in a while, who had actually come in search of Jack and his brother. But here Rose hides about him and does it as if there is no one at home except his family. It was raining outside. The police officer asks him for a cup of coffee. She went to make coffee. Till then, he starts checking the pictures of the house, by which the officer remembers another case here, in which a woman suddenly disappeared. But nothing happened to the woman's family. She is still alive, and surprisingly, that family was no one else but Rose's family. That is, her husband and daughter Macy. But Rose's family did not have a woman who was missing, by which the officer understands that Rose is someone else, who is living here as a woman of this family. Before he could do anything, suddenly Jack comes out. He was about to shoot the officer, that he caught him at the right time and beat him. And there was a fight between the two. The officer started hitting him, and with the wall, he also hits him and wakes him up. But then Rose came here with a gun. She shoots the officer and kills him. Meanwhile, we noticed that her husband was getting better. That is, she was trying to speak. But Rose had seen this thing. She quickly took the injection and came to her husband, and immediately puts it on him, by which he becomes unconscious again. Now with all this, we understood that Rose is not an ordinary woman. In fact, there are also deep secrets of her life, which she is like this. Now seeing this, Macy was very scared. After which Rose comes and hugs her and calms her down. Rose then confuses Macy in her talks and makes her, and these 2 mother and daughter want to bury the officer's body in the jungle. Rose keeps the officer's body there like this, so that everyone thinks that a criminal shot at the officer, and he died in this. Now we see Jack and his brother in the basement. To escape, they come out of the house. But Jack remembered, "Oh shit, I forgot the money bag inside the house," on which his brother says, "Leave it, forget the money." But Jack says, "Or not, you wait, I'll go and get the money in 2 minutes." Now when he started going inside the house through the window, so this time he comes to a secret room, where he finds a woman in a very bad condition. Her condition was so bad that the cut was also strange. And the most painful thing, her hands and feet were cut, and now the whole secret comes out. Here Jack found out that this woman is actually the real owner of this house. And this family, that is her husband and daughter Macy, is also hers. That is, she was not missing. In fact, he had kidnapped her and imprisoned her in this house. Actually, as Rose had told that my son's car died in an accident, so her son died in this woman's car. But it was a normal accident. She did not kill him deliberately. But Rose was so crazy about her son's death that she decided to take revenge. She imprisoned the whole family of this woman, in which first of all she gave such medicines to her husband that her body was paralyzed, due to which she could not even walk or speak. Her control over her body was over. Let's talk about Macy. She was very young at that time, so she could not understand these things. Then Rose also confused her in her words and said that "I am your mother." And from then on she started considering Rose as her mother. Then Rose imprisoned this woman, that is the real owner of the house here, cut her hands and feet, put cameras all over the house so that this woman can see her family from the recording. And also how her family has now become Rose's family, where she lives happily. Not only this, but Rose had become such a dangerous woman that the handle of the knife-like bones, she had made it with the bones of this woman's arms and legs. Now seeing all this, Jack became very emotional and sad. He was feeling pity for this woman. That's why he decides to help her. He also tells this to the woman, on whom he started saying, "No son, you do this, finish me. Please free me from this pain. I can't bear it. And anyway, now there is no purpose of my life, and neither can I tolerate Rose's more cruelty." On which Jack, even if he does not want, he listens to him and puts a stone on the heart and finishes it, because at this time he was also missing his mother. Then he also takes the bag of money, and as soon as he started going from there, Macy comes here. He quickly catches Jack and immediately took him to the other room, where he tells him about his real mother, that your real mother was someone else. This is not Rose. As proof, he also shows him the picture of his mother, seeing which now Macy also believed. She was very sad. That yes, sometimes I also felt like this. Because no mother is as strange as Rose. She did not let anyone talk except herself. So now here Jack decides that I will also get rid of Macy and his dad from Rose. He tells Macy that you take your dad and sit in the car. I'm just coming with my brother. After which, he started looking for his brother. But he found out that my brother is not here, which made him very worried. His brother was actually with Rose, because during all this, Rose had taken him with her, and taking advantage of his innocence. She tells him that you are like my son, and from today I am your mother. Now here Jack's brother, who did not get the love of his mother since childhood. Today, he was seeing his mother in Rose. He comes in his talks, and it was the same with Rose. She was able to see her son in him. Now, Jack came back home to take his brother. But on the first day, she shoots him, by which he was badly injured. At the same time, Macy came here and takes him out with support. Now his boss also came here, who asks Jack what is going on here, and where is my son and money? Now here Jack tells his boss to save Rose, that your son and money are with this woman. But his boss knew that he was lying, because he had seen their car on the way, in which his son's dead body was. That's why he rains on Jack here. He also beats him a lot. He started saying that because of you, my son has died. And now see, I will not leave your brother either. He will also have to die. Now the boss grabbed Jack and moved forward. Where Rose was coming from, the boss puts a gun on him. That hand over Jack's brother to me. Now Rose was thinking that he was her son. She also puts a gun on him. And she forbids him from giving Jack's brother. Now before the boss moves forward, Rose shoots him and takes his life. Now, here the boss's companion had also come with him, who picks up the gun and stands behind Rose. He was about to shoot. That's why Jack's brother comes from behind and attacks Rose's companion with a knife, which killed him. But here we saw that now he is also considering Rose as his mother, and both of them are fulfilling the relationship of mother and son. Macy takes her dad and leaves from here, and Jack left behind. She did not take him. Now let's see the time after a few days, where Macy was getting her dad treated, and she was also getting better. The police are also looking for Rose, because the police know the truth about her, that she is such a dangerous woman. She had also killed one of her officers along with so many people. And now we see Rose, who was staying away from Jack's brother, and she was taking care of him like a mother does, and he was also living happily with her. She had also forgotten her brother Jack, but now we see a very painful scene. When Rose looks at the camera, she had a devilish smile on her face. That is, she had put the camera here too. And this time, there was no one on the other side of the camera, but Jack, with whom Rose did the same, as she did with Macy's real mother. That is, Jack had also cut his hands and feet, and had put him in one place. He could only see his brother through the camera, and now his life was no less than a torture. Rose also wanted to show him that now your brother is mine, that is, my son has become. Here Jack was very sad, because he was sorry that maybe I am getting the punishment for my sins, which I am in this condition today. He was also asking for his death, and while showing his pain. This film ends here.